Welcome back, guys. Another episode of Talkmen Tuesday. Sword and Angel back at it again, and I realized I can't tell jokes, so roll the intro.
It's Tuesday, Talkmen Tuesday. Everybody's looking forward to the podcast, yeah. Tuesday, Talkmen Tuesday. Everybody's looking forward to the podcast, yeah.
Sawyer. Oh, we lost Sawyer. Dun dun dun. He might be back, guys. So I'll just be here for now until something might be going up with him. I don't know. Maybe. Oh. I don't know what happened. So I kind of called this because he was like he had an update to do. So he updated it and he's like, it might get fixed, it might not. But then he was like, I think I'm gonna fix it and it's gonna be like error. Error. Let me fix that right now. Oh. Can you hear that? Is there like a fan in the background? Hello. There's a wind, mate. What happened, Sawyer? Ah. Okay.
How's everything
It's
going?
good. I went to North Carolina this weekend. To Charlotte.
For what? Was it?
Yeah, Charlotte.
Why'd you go?
Baby shower.
Okay, I thought that was gonna be the reason, but
Another friend of mine, this happened again. Well, I guess they didn't have a wedding planned, but they had a baby shower planned. So, friends got married, but they just like went to the courthouse, did their thing, and then decided they weren't gonna do like the whole. They eloped. I guess not eloped, but they did it publicly. So they just got married, no celebration, but baby's coming on the way. So they decided to plan that, and I was like, okay, I'll go. It was that simple.
might as well. I'm in. Was it fun? Did you have a good time?
We went to the soccer game. We saw Charlotte FC versus Montreal. And tell me why we almost won, but it was 2-0. Montreal won. I was upset after the game because we lost. And I don't even live there.
I'm like, we lost. I was upset. I'm like, who's we?
I was the only one upset. Tell me why I was the only one upset. I'm like, guys, come on.
You had your heart. You had your heart broken.
And like they were sitting down, like, get up. We gotta support the team. Come on. And they're like, it's over. No, it's like it's 2-0. Anything happened with 2-0. 3-0, we're done. But 2-0, anything can happen. It's not until like the whistle blows.
There's still a shot.
There's those crazy like games that like it's 2-0, but the other team thinks they won it. So with 2-0, they can score 3 goals in like 3 minutes, and that's happened before. High chance it's not gonna happen, but it can happen. There's a possibility.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your quite literal loss.
But it was a big crowd. I was surprised by the amount of fans that there were. For some reason, I thought everybody thought it was only gonna be a few fans and like us, like it's gonna be like the empty stadium. and it was at where the Panthers play. Of course, it was like jam packed everything, but it was like the lower levels were pretty full, and people just kept going. I'm like, we really thought we were gonna be the only ones here. So soccer's popular.
I mean, everything has like their little group, I guess their support system. So I always think that's interesting because like you'll go to like a minor league baseball game and like the stands will be, I mean, packed with people. Like you've got your local supporters and everything. There's always an audience.
They're like 3 years old. So
yeah.
I thought that was surprising. Charlotte FC. And just makes me think that soccer's getting more and more popular. And like the World Cup coming, so everyone's gonna be a soccer fan then.
Oh yeah. And I'm ready for that. I like when the World Cup comes, even though U.S. involvement sometimes is a little
we're
iffy.
in it today. We're in it this time.
Woo! But aren't we in who's in our group?
Let's see. USA.
It's somebody that we're gonna struggle.
2022. We are England.
Yeah, that'll be it. That'll do it.
Where is he? Oh, it's England, Iran, USA, and they don't win every European playoff. Wales versus Ukraine/Scotland.
So Scotland.
Oh snap! Yeah, I don't know how. I'm like Ukraine's in this. I'm like, I don't know about that. Like, are they still gonna play or not?
I think they'll probably still play, yeah. Except there was something where it was like there was a hockey team or something that was supposed to play Russia, and the other team refused to play Russia. So is Russia in it? I would assume Russia's in it. They're a big country.
They're a big country. It's Russia and the World Cup. I don't think they made it.
Well, that makes any iffy situations a lot more, I guess, manageable if they're not in it.
Yeah, I don't think they're in it. Not bad. Advanced to playoffs, later suspended. Oh! FIFA suspended them from international competitions due to the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Oh!
Oh.
Look at FIFA.
Woo!
Dang.
Go FIFA! Even though it's one of like the most corrupt organizations. Go FIFA!
This is like money. Yeah.
Wasn't there was something with like the owner, CEO, whatever you want to call it, of FIFA, where it was like people called for his resignation because of how corrupt and how just scammy he was, and like it actually worked. Like he ended up resigning
With the public pressure.
Yeah.
What, they were getting paid for the votes? That's how Qatar ended up with the World Cup?
Yeah, well, and I think it's crazy, too, how, like, in Qatar, yeah, it was good for the bit of time where, like, they were getting all those tourists and everything like that, but as soon as it leaves, Qatar is just left with these massive stadiums, and nobody's using the stadiums for anything, and just, like, leaving the place in a worse off, like, situation than when they started. But it's like that little boost that it's like, woohoo, but then it's just like, oh, what are we doing with all of this now?
This guy went with Brazil. And then that's why the United States has usually a good shot of like having the World Cup because we have the stadiums.
I was gonna say, yeah, because we already have all the stadiums intact already, so it's not like, and it's a, pretty easily accessible country too in terms of like flights and stuff like that.
Security, transportation,
you need to get from
everything's set for the U.S. because we got the football stadiums.
Yeah.
But we'll have our chance 2026 with Canada and Mexico. And then, hopefully by then we'll have a really good team. Maybe.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Ooh, I went to work out at CrossFit in Charleston. Charlotte. I think it's like 2 hours south. Charleston. My friend, I asked to confirm with my friends, like, you live in Charleston, right? Or, I mean, Charlotte. And he goes,
oh, man. I'm surprised they get lost when you were down there.
And he goes, no, I live in Charleston. And like, he quickly texted me because he thought I was going to buy like a flight to Charleston. Like, no, I bought a flight to Charlotte.
Could you imagine?
I saw LaMelo's where LaMelo lives in downtown, and his car.
Oh, really?
His garage is in like the first floor of downtown, and like his own little parking garage. It's like insane.
How big is his house?
He lives in the penthouse of a building.
Oh, penthouse. That would make sense.
No.
Not his own place. But
Where Cam Newton apparently used to live. This is according to my friend. I did not verify this information.
I'm going to look up LaMelo Ball
Purchase Cam Newton.
apartment
Purchase it.
cost. LaMelo staying in Cam Newton's cool condo. Yep. He purchased it for, it's worth $3.2 million. I'd take it.
Ooh. Newton bought it for 1.6.
Dang, that looks nice. Just a couple of photos from his Twitter that he has on it. Oh, to live in a $3 million place. When you're what? How old is he? Like 20?
Something like that.
Let's look that up. LaMelo Ball age. 20. Yep. Dang.
Yeah, I was going
He
to say
can't
that.
even drink yet.
When it was like COVID, he would be like, he doesn't go out much. I'm like, well, he's only 20. And you really can't ask for that ID because everybody knows his age.
That's one of those things. It's like, would you tell if you saw LaMelo Ball drinking a beer? No. But it's like, I feel like him in public, it's got more downside getting caught than it does upside for him. And he can probably get anything he wants in his apartment, or he's just got connections places. So why risk that until you need to?
Yeah, that's like, maybe like a club party that like nobody really cares. Or if you're LaMelo and you have that kind of reach.
There was when the Blackhawks won the Stanley Cup a while ago, there was somebody on the team who I think he was 20. He was either 19 or 20 when they won, and they were all like doing the champagne shower. They were like, woo! And they gave him a sparkling apple juice to do it just because he was underage.
He wasn't able to drink, but he's already won the championship. Oh! That'd be sweet.
And there was an interview, and I don't know who the person being interviewed was, but it was one of those things too where they were asking him about like how they were celebrating and things like that. And he goes, "Oh yeah, we were going out, we were just drinking, just having a good time." And then the interviewer was like, "Wait, aren't you 20?" And he goes, "Oh, Mountain Dews, baby!" Like had a quick little spin on it. Like, "Oh, I wasn't drinking alcohol."
It's like everything's virgin, no alcohol involved.
Mm-hmm. So don't ask, don't tell. But talking about not drinking, Candace and I, we are doing this little, I guess, a bit of where we're not having alcohol for a little bit, and we are training for a half marathon.
Half marathon.
Yeah.
What? How many miles is that?
13.1. today was day one of our training. We're training for it's a 19-week training program where we run on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And so it's like this whole thing that they've got. So today was day one, and we ran 2 miles today. And
What is the goal?
Man,
what is the goal for time wise for the half marathon? Yeah, I just finished.
Just finish. I don't. We told each other we're not doing this to try to go for speed or anything like that. We're doing it just to accomplish it, and we're going to run together just throughout all of this. And so it was one of those things. One of her friends reached out to her and was like, "Hey, I'm doing this half marathon in Chicago. Or would you be interested?" And we laughed about it. We're like, "Why would we do a half marathon?" The more we got to thinking, we're like, that could be a good thing to aim for and a good health choice too for us, something to kind of keep us motivated to go, because we already bought our tickets for it, and so it's we're gonna each lose $95 one way or another, so we might as well go. And September is gonna come whether we train or not, so we might as well train.
So September half marathon, 13.1 miles.
Yep. So it's gonna be. I'm excited for it. It's gonna be fun, but it's gonna be a challenge. I mean, just the 2 miles today was
what was your pace? First 2 miles.
It was 11-minute pace. So it's we're going. So I mean, it's fun. We're having a good time with it though. But it's something that we'll be shooting for to finish a marathon or half marathon. Not a marathon. I have no intention of doing a marathon, but who knows? Talk to me after that.
Actually, you're doing a whole marathon after the half marathon.
I can't. I can't at all.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in 3 months. Once you get that one of those high addiction going, maybe.
Well, we are. So it's in September that we're doing it, and then we're going to Cancun in October for our anniversary. And so we're if nothing else, at least we'll be in shape for Cancun, so we can feel good about ourselves with that stuff. And it's yeah, true. So it's the little things. The little things.
I went to go work out with my friends in Charlotte. We decided to, I guess not go out, just have dinner on Friday with his CrossFit friends, and had a few beers. And the other CrossFit friends remember, you gotta work out tomorrow, because tomorrow workout it's gonna be slush.
slush.
And we decided, it was a running workout. Luckily, it was a 3-team workout, and their CrossFit's pretty packed, so they had a lot of people. Especially compared to my CrossFit, where it was only 7 of us for the entire day. It's
Is there's a legit CrossFit place? Because I know yours was a guy was running it, and then it was just CrossFit workouts. But is it a CrossFit brand?
Here. I think you have to pay a certain amount to be franchised as a CrossFit, and I don't think he has anything labeled as it. And the previous owner even renamed the Facebook group to probably to make sure that hey, he's not paying that fee, and then he's not necessarily labeled CrossFit. Except for the actual website, but he doesn't necessarily market that much. So, we'll see. It's been almost, I guess, half a year for sure since he took over. But hopefully we see some
I feel that's flown by.
Yeah. We're close to June. We're close to summer. It is summer break.
Which is wild to think about, the fact that we're May right now. People are graduating. Mark graduated. Mark got his master's, which is super exciting for him.
And he's done with school, finally.
Yeah. I didn't even realize he was going for his master's. He's catching everybody off guard.
The only reason I realized is because if I was in Charlotte, I was hey, maybe we can meet up for a day or something. And he's I'm graduating that weekend. Darn it.
Oh, so you're busy?
I was how far is Charlotte? He's for 4 hours. Is there a chance? No, I'm graduating. Darn it.
I'm graduating. My mom's coming up.
I didn't know you were graduating. But he's got his master's, and yeah. Apparently, he never went to the actual school, or at least he finally got wardrobe after once he was graduating. And so I'm like, he's like, not as cool at Purdue, but it's something.
Yeah, it works.
All right. Sorry. Let's see.
Angel.
I need to mark that clip. Would you rather have a non-venomous spider infestation or a mouse infestation in your house? Depending on your phobias, you'd probably know which one right away. But if you're cool with both the spiders, might be the more chill roommates. If you're chill, but if you're cool with both, there should be a comma right there. The spiders might be the more chill roommates. What do you got, Sword?
Give me the mice. Give me the mice every single day of the week. Oh, I hate spiders. It was Monday, and I in the morning I always come to turn on my laptop for work and everything like that before going downstairs and just chilling watching the news. And there was a spider that was dead, about the size of a penny, underneath my work chair, and my foot brushed up against it, and I almost just passed out right there. I didn't pass out, but it was now I'm thinking there's spiders around me. Oh, I don't do that. My cord rubbed up against my leg, and I thought it was a spider crawling on me.
Are you sweating right now? No. Turning red. No.
But I would definitely do mice. Mainly because you can call an exterminator. I guess you can call an exterminator for spiders too, but
or get
that mouse nest and just
or get a spider or get a snake. Have you seen that video? They use a snake.
No.
Apparently, this wall is filled with a bunch of mice. So what? Probably the exterminator does. He brought in a snake, put it inside the hole, inside the wall, and then all of a sudden he even puts a bucket against the wall, where the hole is opened, and snake goes in. 5-10 seconds later, mice just start coming out one by one, probably 5 to 8 mice come out. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, I mean they're trying to run away from that thing. Whatever they can.
So I didn't even know that, but they're like, yeah, the snake didn't eat the mice because they already fed them beforehand. So that's another thing. They don't make sure you feed them, so it doesn't eat the actual mice. Then, yeah, mice.
Why don't you want him to eat the actual mice? What would be the bad thing about him actually?
I don't know.
Getting them. But
the comments were saying that he didn't eat the mice because he was full. Maybe he'd just be tired and come back from the hole instead of falling over. I don't know.
I mean, whatever works. Maybe I'll get into snake handling. That's my problem then.
I'm not a spider. Yeah, I feel like the spiders would be the chill roommates because they'd just be in the little corner in cobwebs, right? And mice would be at night they come out. Oh
yeah. My brother-in-law, he's currently going through a mouse problem, and he's got traps all around the house and everything like that. And he's like, yeah, so they get brave every once in a while. You'll be in the kitchen and then one will just run around, yeah. And so he I'm not sure if they've got it under control just yet, but they were going through that not so long ago. So neither of these would sound
what
fun.
What the pest people do, they even put a box outside your home or the store. So apparently mice is always a problem. Whether you know it or not, it will become a problem if you own a home or a store. So they have boxes of traps, outside traps, basically, and just put them near the exits. And I think we have 1, 2, probably 3 boxes outside, and inside we probably have around 3 or 4 traps. In our house we have 1 or 2. Because the same thing. Mice are always trouble.
I mean, the boxes can be pretty non-discreet, especially if you don't know what they are. Like, you'll just be like, oh, it's just a box on the ground. But, yeah, I mean, if you do know what they are, you're just like, oh, yeah, mice. It's like, I'm not going to open up that box. Like, but how much you pay me? Because I don't want to see what's on the inside of that.
Once the pest people came to our store and, like, dropped off those boxes and put them there, I'm like, I've seen this at, like, a local grocery store. I'm like, now I know what they are. Because again, like you said, I just saw a big black box. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's just outside. And now I'm like, oh, mice.
Yep. My grocery store's got 2 by each, like, exit door. And I was looking at them just like, hey, I know what that is.
So that might help out. Okay. Ooh. Okay, sorry. I just read it by myself. Would you rather cheat at a game and win, or lose but know you gave it your best shot? Okay, so you know which answer you should choose, but which one would you really choose?
I'm not cheating and winning. Okay, I'm gonna say there's stipulations. If, like, I'm playing for, like, money or something like that, I would rather lose and know I played fair, just because, like, I'm gonna do that. But if I'm, like, playing Mario Party or, like, Wii Sports and, like, I want to win, I've got no problem cheating to win, as long as, like, it's just, like, quote unquote for fun. I'm too competitive to let somebody else win, unless, like, there's something on the line. Then, like, I'm okay doing it because I want to play fair.
Funny thing, my mind went to, like, the same place. Like, depends how big the prize is. If it was, like, a huge prize, and I'm like, you gotta play fair, because I would not, like, feel good about receiving that prize and be like, yeah, I cheated.
Yeah.
If it's like friends, it's like, yeah, you can cheat next time.
Or maybe if it's like poker and you cheated at poker night, like, I don't know, I want to feel good about myself. Like, I'd rather lose $20 and just, like, have a good time than, like, be the winner of $100, but know, like, wow, I kind of screwed my friends over. So.
Ooh. Side note, crypto crash is coming, or is already here.
Oh, I actually took all my money out of Dogecoin.
How was that?
So, I am 100% pure profit. I ended up with $400 that I took out of it. $400 profit. Nice. So, I'm like, you know what? I was looking at the chart and I'm like, it's been coming down for a while. And I know they always say, well, there's lulls, it'll go up. And I'm like, I just don't feel confident in Dogecoin to be that one that I'm going to keep holding on to. And so I'm like, $400 out of a $50 investment is nothing to blink your eye at. I guess technically it was $450 out of a $50 investment. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do this before I lose it all. And then I'm like, oh, remember when I could have had $400?
You 8x your
$50.
Yeah, your investment before taxes. But
yeah.
And what's time span?
It was
a year or two?
I don't know. Yeah, oh yeah, it was. When would it have been? April of 2019.
3 years? But yeah, that's crazy.
So I've had it for a while. I mean, I had it when it was like a fifth of a penny.
And what is it now?
And I bought it as a joke. Let me see what it is. Dogecoin price. Oh, it's at 9 cents now. When did I get out of it? Let me pull up my Robinhood. Robinhood. Choo-choo-choo. Let's see. So I sold it 8 days ago. I sold it for $420.64. Let me see. 420. I guess it would be 3694.7. Oh, so I mean, right around Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. It would be 420, 64 divided by 3694.7. I sold it around 11.5 cents. And now it's at 9 cents. So it's just going down.
Everything's going down in crypto right now.
And again, like, yeah,
I think
it's just one of those things too.
Down.
It's like
they're both very correlated now. Like what?
Mm-hmm. I'm just looking back at Dogecoin and I'm like, I remember when it was at 64 cents because I was texting people like, hey, easy day in the office. It just dropped. And I'm like, I'm holding it. But I think it's interesting, like, just the different concepts of the different cryptocurrencies. Like, Dogecoin, apparently it will never get over $1 just because there's a finite amount of Dogecoin. Whereas with Bitcoin, people are constantly mining Bitcoin, so the number just keeps on increasing, so that has much more flexibility to it. Don't ask me what mining is. I have no freaking clue. That's all I know. I just know the keywords. But now I'm like, what do I do with my money? I guess I have another $400 from sports betting, and I can get a Simpsons arcade machine in my room for $800. But I don't think Candace would really like that purchase. So,
yeah, she probably wouldn't like that.
Mm-mm. Oh, I think I told you last podcast about my betting strategy about how I have $5 and then I bet on whatever team was playing the Cincinnati Reds in baseball, and then I put all that money. Yeah, and so I got it up to $90 from the $5, and then I pulled all my money, and then they lost like the next game after that. And so I'm like, well, that was lucky. No, they were going to win at some point. I'm glad that I pulled it when I pulled it.
That's good timing.
Yeah. I will never get that lucky again. I think it was like 6 or 7 in a row. And I'm just like, that doesn't happen to me. I screw it up at some point.
I was like, remember, I had one NFT who was like, I think at the top was like 13 ETH. Guess what it is now? The crash.
Yeah.
3.
What? Oh, is it like
it's close.
4?
It's like 3. No,
did you sell it at 13 or
2 of them? Good.
Okay. Are these your
the
women one or?
I'm just gonna keep those probably till I die. No, not really.
Yeah. I mean, keep them until they at least get to like
50.
Because then what? If Ethereum's still
it went
like
down to $2,000. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, geez.
The crypto market is going down. It's crashing and burning.
Yeah.
But
I feel like that was a very sad laugh. You're like, I'm laughing, but I'm in pain right now.
It's like, yeah. Luckily, I bought those the woman ones for like 0.15, I want to say. So they're still up from that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just, yeah, if you think about it, if like the high was 13th and it went down to 3. Luckily, I got it at 0.15.
Yeah. Yeah, so it doesn't hurt as much. I mean, you would still make what, like a 30 times profit or whatever that would be? No, that'd be much more than that, whatever. But
yeah, because I put in,
I think it's like 300.
I put in like $1,000 and probably exited it with like 26 ETH, which is like 52,000 in the range between like 52,000 to like that would have been insane. But before taxes,
that would have
before
been
taxes.
Yeah.
The government's got to take.
After taxes, it would be like 11,000.
It's the government's got to take their cut. Since we talked about the government, we're going to go back to would you rather questions. Right, so we talked about taxes, not the government. Taxes.
No, yeah. I say we become a tax podcast. If you guys have any tax questions about your I-9s or W-2s, you let us know. We're more than happy to help.
TurboTax finally got sued for advertising. Booking is free until they get you, and like, no, it's not free.
Yeah,
but you're like,
I mean, I was talking with Candace about that, and we're like, You know what? That makes sense because they always say do your taxes for free, but they always have you have to do this, or if you want to do this and this and this. It's like, but it's not free. But like we never like did it. So when can I opt in on getting that? Because I use TurboTax. Tax lawsuit settlement. Get me in on this.
I think TikTok got sued too. So we used TikTok for a certain period of time. I'm not sure what the compensation was for that though. But yeah. Brilliant.
Everybody's getting sued. Sometimes you just sue people just to see what happens.
False advertisement because that was not free. And then they finally did like the whole research. I'm like, yeah, most people weren't like taxes weren't free. Probably just like the federal side was free or something.
Yeah.
But then they added the add-ons, and then it's like that's false advertisement. Ooh, and then I think I might have talked about this last time. People who are rugging people, basically pumping and dumping NFTs, are also getting sued and by the government, which apparently the hammer of justice takes its time when it's like the government's involved. Like it's gonna happen, but they just take their time. Because if you promote an NFT or like an organization and like you sell off your NFTs, then like that's like fraud apparently. If you do it once, it's like it's not that like it can happen just like once, but like if you do it consistently, that's consistently fraud, and you're intentional about it. And so, be careful what you. Yeah.
Oh, America.
The Wolf of Wall Street guy, Jordan Belfort, he was like, yeah, when it was our time, we used to like go to hotels. Like random hotels and then switch last minute and then check for bugs in the like last minute switch room, and then we would discuss what we were doing. Like here people are talking about it in like group chats of like, yeah, we're pumping or dumping, and then it's like, you can't say that, like that's evidence right there.
Yeah, you're literally just giving, just blatant obvious evidence that that's what you're doing. There's in some like YouTubers and stuff like that have gotten like in massive trouble because they've got a big following, and then they do that with different NFTs and stuff like that, and then like they make it obvious if that's what they're doing of exploiting the people, and then they just get like rocked as they should. But it's just wild. You feel bad for the people that don't know any better, and they're like, "Oh, my favorite YouTuber is doing this. I want to be a part of it," and then just get screwed.
Oh. Ooh. Would you rather stay in one of those sensory deprivation tanks for a day, or in a room designed for overstimulation for a day? This one's pretty hard to answer if you've never been sensory deprived. But if you spent some time in a quiet place with no phone or entertainment, you kind of get the gist. Huh.
That's an interesting one. So, in a room, or I guess in a room where you've got all of your senses being stimulated at once, just continuously, or in a sensory deprivation tank where like it's probably pitch black, you can't hear anything, there's nothing, and you're just there
for a day. Oh,
I feel like I would go crazy in the sensory deprivation tank. I feel like I'd be able to control myself more in like the sensory overload room. Like, even if it is just closing your eyes and shutting your ears, I feel like I could withstand that a lot more than I could just being literally alone with your own thoughts. I feel like I would go crazy. Like, I don't want to be alone with my thoughts.
Guess which one I'm gonna choose. Yeah.
Are you really doing that? Oh, I could not. Why are you going that way?
It feels nice. No, well,
have you done it before?
When I think of just being in a quiet room or like quiet place with no phone or entertainment. Sometimes like just to be at the store when it's like closed and like there's nobody there, and you're like, wow, this is nice.
but like it's pitch black. Like you have no sense of anything around you because like sight is a sense. So like it's just like you're in an empty
That'd be
void.
like nice.
Oh my gosh, you're crazy. No shot. Put flashing lights all around me. Just don't put me alone with myself.
Per day. I feel like since I've been in retail for like the past 3-4 years, it was just like nothing at all. It sounds pretty nice.
Well, I wish you all the best on your endeavor. I will not be joining you.
Like, could you sleep? Like that
void.
sounds amazing for like sleep. And knowing myself, I could probably sleep for a good amount of that day.
I was gonna say, buddy, are you sleeping for 24
I was
hours?
asleep for your bachelorette party. I was shocked how much I slept there.
I just don't. I feel like I would sleep. Like there would be nothing else to do besides sleep. In all honesty, but like I feel like I'd only be able to sleep for like 8 hours, maybe 9 hours, and then I'm just there. So Sawyer, how's it going? Well, I'm doing good, Sawyer.
I could honestly probably sleep in a 24-hour span. The 8 hours you need to sleep, and then probably like wake up for like 4, and go back to sleep for like another 8. So it's like 16, 20. So I need like 4 hours, and then just talk to myself.
So you are either coming out extremely refreshed or crazy out of your
But
mind.
what is
There's
life?
no in between.
Who are these spirits talking to me?
And then I'm gonna come out of mine like just bloodshot eyes, massive bags under. Like I just need quiet.
Okay. I've thought about question of the day.
I kind of like that one for question of the day because that's a unique one, and it's like there's so many different ways to think about it too. So I like that. So we will make that the question of the day. And so as a refresher for everybody, would you rather, this would be a day time frame, but would you rather spend a day in a sensory deprivation tank or in a room where it's just sensory overload? Everything is just overstimulating you and all of that stuff. And so, again, Angel and I are going to be in 2 different rooms. So you let us know where you're going to be falling, who you're hanging out with. And if you've had any, like, I guess, reasons why or anything, you can let us know that in the comments section below. If you're listening to us on YouTube or if you're listening to us on one of the podcast platforms, you can email it to us at talkmantuesday@gmail.com. And then this section 2, I guess this podcast topic of cryptocurrency was actually brought to us by the founding member of the Crypto Punks. So shout out to you, Crypto Punk person. If you guys have any topics that you want us to talk about, you can let us know that. And as always, too, if you have any tips, feedback, anything for us to I guess, enhance your listening pleasure, let us know. We're always happy to kind of tweak what we need to in order to make it better for you guys. But we will talk with you all more next week. But in the meantime, stay safe, social distance, give somebody a hug, and make sure to tell somebody you love them. But we'll talk with you guys more next week. Peace.